Hello friends, my name is Lalit Soni and you are watching In Focus by Drishti IAS. In today's episode, we will be talking about PM's decision to visit Kanyakumari's Vivekananda Rock. We will see why this particular place is significant, what is the kind of message PM is delivering by visiting this particular place. Okay, so let's start with the episode without any further delay. So the news is that why Prime Minister Modi will meditate at Kanyakumari's Vivekananda Rock. Okay, so this is the picture of Vivekananda Rock. Let's start with the discussion. Point of focus in today's discussion will be, first we will talk about the news which we have already done, then Vivekananda Rock Memorial, we will talk about this particular, you can say, place, how it came into picture, then the location of that particular area, we will see why this is important, the location is important from your UPSC's point of view, then we will see historical and the spiritual significance, cultural and the spiritual message by Prime Minister, and then Vivekanand's contribution to India and the Indian philosophy. Okay. Then in the last there will be an MCQ for your own practice that will be related to your prelims. Okay, so let's start with the first one. First we will see that what is the news. So every time after the elections are done or the elections campaigning is done, basically in 2014 and then 2019 also, Prime Minister has visited to some place and he has gone for the meditation over there. Okay, so that is why in this this particular time in 2024's campaigning or the elections campaigning, he has decided to visit this particular place that is in Kanyakumari and that is named as Vivekananda Rock Memorial. Okay, so let's talk about that particular place, that is Vivekananda Rock Memorial. It is located in Kanyakumari. On the eve of Swami Vivekanand's birth centenary in 1963, Vivekananda Rock Memorial Committee led by Eknath Ranade made efforts to commemorate the site of his enlightenment. Okay, this is basically the site of his enlightenment. So that is one thing. Second is the memorial on the rock was formally inaugurated by President V.V. Giri in 1970. Okay, so this is the time when this was formally, you can say, inaugurated by President V.V. Giri in 1970. Okay. Now coming to the location of that particular area. Now for our examination point of view, this will be very important. Okay. First of all, this is around the area, or you can say this is you can say little south to the India's mainland, because it is an islet. Okay, so here you can see the Vivekananda Rock is a tiny rocky islet located some 500 meters from Kanyakumari's Vavathurai. Okay, so there is this Vavathurai beach in Kanyakumari, and from there 500 meters there is this particular place that is on the southern tip of the mainland India. It is the confluence of Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, which we will see on the next slide. Now today it is accessed via 15-minute ferry services from the Vavathurai. Okay, so from Vavathurai for this particular place that is Vivekananda Rock, you have to take a ferry service. It will take around 15 minutes. Okay, now let's see the location over here. Here you can see this particular place is basically your Vivekananda Rock. Okay, and you know that this is the area of Kanyakumari, and in the south of that we have this Indian Ocean. Okay, and Arabian Sea is there on the left of that, and on the right we have Bay of Bengal, and this is Indian Ocean. So we can say that this particular point, okay, so that is basically your confluence of three water bodies, that is Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. Now looking at this particular picture here, you can see that that is basically your Kanyakumari area, and from here we have on the 500 meters distance there is this Vivekananda Rock Memorial. This is basically your Vavathurai beach, and from which you will get a ferry service to this Vivekananda Rock. Okay, it is said that when Swami Vivekananda was there, he was searching for the enlightenment, or you can say he was searching for the you can say knowledge. At that point of time he swam from this particular area of Kanyakumari to this particular area of Vivekananda Rock. Okay, and this is where he has got his enlightenment. Okay, now here you can see this is the picture of this particular rock, and therein they have come up with this particular memorial on this particular area. Now cultural and the historical and spiritual significance, let's talk about it. In 1982, Swami Vivekananda, the Hindu philosopher saint, swam for the shore of Kanyakumari to rocky islets to meditate. As I told you, he swam from that particular area to the rocky islet, and he has meditated here for 3 days and 3 nights to attain the enlightenment, and finally he got his enlightenment over here, and then you can say he has formulated his philosophy at this particular rock. Swami Vivekananda had been wandering for 4 years across length and breadth of India, and Kanyakumari finally in Kanyakumari he formally formulated his philosophy, because he has got his enlightenment over here. Okay, So that is the, you can say, historic and the spiritual significance. UPSC can ask you a question on that, which is the place wherein Vivekanand has got his enlightenment, because they have asked about Lord Buddha, Mahavir. So they can ask you about Vivekanand as well, because that is part of your syllabus. Okay, social reform movements are there in the modern history, wherein we discuss Vivekanand over here. Other than that, you can say that they can ask you about the location, because they have asked one question I can remember, that which is the place where the national anthem was you can say translated from Bengali to its present form. Okay, so they have asked this question in the PYQs. So here you can say that similarly they can ask you on these lines, wherein so Swami Vivekanand has got his enlightenment, that is Kanyakumari, and the place is called as Vivekananda Rock now. Okay, now coming to the next part, what is the kind of message which Prime Minister will be delivering by visiting this particular place? Here you can see, by meditating at a place associated with the significant historical figures, Modi is promoting Indian culture and heritage. That is the promotion of Indian culture and heritage. The choice of meditation site is symbolic, okay, linking to Modi's image to India's cultural and spiritual heritage. In 2019 also he has meditated at Kedarnath, reinforcing his image of spiritual dedication. Modi has long revered Swami Vivekanand and was associated with the Ram Krishna mission in his youth. Okay, so he has this connection with Swami Vivekanand. When we are talking about this particular Vivekanand Rock, it is also said that this is the place wherein he has got the idea of Bharat Mata, or you can say that a united India as a entity. He has pictured India as a united entity at this particular place. Okay, now he often cites Vivekanand as a role model and emphasizing fulfillment of his vision for India, that is Viksit Bharat, or you can say developed India. Okay, and he has given this emphasis on the youth empowerment as well. Okay, now moving to the next part, that is basically Vivekanand's contribution. When we are talking about the literature, philosophy, Vivekanand has contributed a lot. We cannot summarize that in this particular slide, but the thing is, in your static part also there is this you can say chapter which is dedicated to Vivekanand in the social movement, social reform movements. Okay, now let's see. As he wrote to Swami Ramakrishnanand, he is not the person, there is no confusion between this person and the Sri Ramakrishna Paramhans who was his guru. He is a different person. In his letter in 1894, he has said that at Cape Comorin, sitting at the Mother Kumari's temple, sitting on the last bit of Indian rock, I hit upon a plan. We are so many sannyasis wandering about and teaching the people metaphysics. It is all madness. It did not our Gurudev used to say, an empty stomach is no good for religion. So basically he has said that before going for the preaching the religion, you should go for focusing on the basic requirements or the basic problems of the humanity, that is like hunger, poverty, etc. Okay, before a person's stomach is full, he will be no use to the spirituality or the religion. Okay, other than that, what he has emphasized over here is that the poverty is the root cause, and poverty is because of the British Empire. The Britishers are basically taking away wealth from India and they are taking it to England. Now that is why we have to fight against them, so that wealth can stay in India and poverty can be eliminated. Okay, so in his own way he has contributed to India in the philosophy as well as our struggle towards freedom. Okay, so that is about Vivekanand. Now that will be the last part, that is basically your practice question. Which water body surrounds the Vivekananda Rock Memorial? Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean, or all of the above? So you have to choose the correct answer and reply in the comment box. With that, I would like to take your leave. So have a good day. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.